Hello and welcome to a special interview here. You know what? I've been doing these YouTube videos since 2006. I am a YouTube original. And once in a blue moon, you get a chance to interview someone that as a kid you looked up to. You've looked up to them all your life. And then you just keep bugging him. You're like, dude, can I interview you? And then eventually he's like, fuck it. Yes, you can interview me. They're like, oh my God, it's gonna happen. So yes, it is going to happen here in honor of Halloween. I finally get my chance to interview someone that I have been a fan. I've been a fan of his work for years since I've been a kid, and finally get a chance to interview him. Yes. I was actually, people are like, well, fuck, you're gonna interview this guy, man. Why aren't you dressed up? I was like, fuck, I was gonna wear a suit. I actually was gonna wear a suit. But then his agent said, you know what? Make him feel more at home. What, you got hockey shit, right? You're an Oilers fan. Wear a jersey. Wear something hockey, goalie, hockey related, just to make him feel a little bit at ease. So I did that. So I didn't get a chance to break out the three-piece Armani suit, but I've got this. I've got the only suit that matters, Oilers. So here it is, my interview with one of my heroes. So sit down, stick around, and as always, enjoy. So contrary to popular belief, the following guest does speak, and he's agreed to speak with us. And he's here joining us live from Crystal Lake, New Jersey, Jason Voorhees. Jason, good to have you on the show. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Jason, but the last time that you did an interview was on the Arsenio Hall show back in 1989, in which you didn't even utter a word. A lot of people have criticized you for that. Tell us why. Good old Arsenio. Woof, woof, woof. I felt a bit overwhelmed, I guess. It was my first time at the Big Apple and I really didn't know anyone. I mean, it took me a whole bunch of restraint just not to choke the little fucker. Then Mother's head kept saying, don't ruin this for us. This is our ticket out of this shack here in Crystal Lake. In hindsight, after seeing him on The Celebrity Apprentice, Arsenio isn't such a bad guy. I only want to kill him like half as much now, so it's pretty good. Good to know you guys are cool. All right. So you drowned in 1957, then suddenly reemerged in 1979. The obvious question is, where were you? Well, I've heard the rumors that I was living in the woods. I mean, fuck man, I can't even swim. What kind of survivalist do you think I am? I luckily made it out of the lake and later found myself living in a group home. I mean, it was the 50s. No one really asked any questions. We had lots of fun there. The trouble we got into, insane. So what made you go back to Crystal Lake? Well, I heard it through the grapevine that my mother was going to be there. I hadn't seen her in forever. I wanted to surprise her, you know, kind of like, hey mom, I'm not dead. I had flowers, a box of chocolate, everything. Unfortunately though, her head got cut off when I was coming out of the brush. It was a pretty big bummer. I ate the entire box of chocolates that night. The entire box! I'm very sorry to hear that, Jason. That must have been devastating. It was a big box of chocolates. I'm sure it was. Moving on. Your signature piece, the signature piece to your ensemble is the hockey mask. And a lot of people have actually rechristened the hockey mask into the Jason mask. What are your first memories of it? Well, the first attempt at masking me, I had a potato bag over my head with like one hole drilled for my eyes. I was like, what the fuck? Hello? I've got two eyes. Guess I kind of jinxed that one, huh? You can hardly notice now though with the surgery. Then later on, Seth Rogen showed up with a hockey mask and the rest is history. For a very brief period in Crystal Lake, there was a Jason impersonator. What are your thoughts on him? Oh, I hated the guy. Absolutely hated him. For him to steal my gimmick, then go after the dude that killed me. Just so he could prove he was superior, it pissed the fuck out of me. Like, I was rolling in my grave, literally. If you're gonna challenge someone to a kill-off, at least wait till they're resurrected, bro. Not cool at all, bro. Not cool at all. Your kid there, Jonah Hill, should have shut the fuck up and ate his chocolate bar.
I'm sure he still eats the fuck out of chocolate. Listen, a lot of the ladies want to know, are you currently seeing anyone?
No, not really. Just the occasional 1-minute meeting with a naked counselor.
Good to know. I'm sure the ladies are blowing up the phone lines right now. If you were to settle down at some point, what would you be looking for?
I don't know. I guess every man kind of wants a woman that's, similar to his mother. But, in my case, that's a pretty big sweater to fill. Not to mention, she gave the best head. Get it? Head? Because she's decapitated and shit? Fuck, I'm awesome.
We'd all agree to that. Okay. So here's the last question that I have for this interview. And the question comes from the great Barbara Walters. And the question goes as this. If you were a tree, what kind of tree would you be?
Most likely oak. Smeared in blood and sleeping bag residue. I love nature.
We all do, Jason. We all do. Well, thanks a million for your time. Seriously, this is awesome. This is too cool. And I really hope we get to do this again.
Sounds like a plan, Kevin. And remember, keep representing Crystal Lake. What?
Keep throwing up Crystal Lake gang signs. Peace.